it out, boys. Just click the button and we're good to go. Live, easy peasy. Life is good
live.
now.
Okay. You're live, it says. Apparently we're live on the YouTube.
Life is good.
Let's give it a second here. Let's give it a second.
Life
just to
is
come
good.
through.
Yeah.
Okay, let me hit the refresh.
Let me.
Bosh. We've done it, I think.
Yeah, I just gotta fix the.
What's good, everyone?
Chat boxes.
Yeah, you're good.
But we're good.
Okay, I think we might be live.
What's up, PD?
No, we're live.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Dope Check pre-show final weekend of online qualifiers.
Thank the Lord.
Thank the Lord. And today's games
Oh
are
shit.
shocking. Absolutely shit. So you know.
Well, no.
we'll be
Let's
having a nice early night this evening.
Let's be
Catch
honest.
up on
They're actually going to be good, but they're shit.
They
You
have.
know what I'm saying? It's one of those ones.
They have big implications, basically. Like a lot of these matches matter a lot in the scheme of like winners bracket and stuff. But are they gonna be like matches we watch and are captivated by? No, absolutely not. Unless we get a fellow masterclass, then we might have something to talk about.
I'm always there for a fellow masterclass. That's my guy.
I mean,
No, you're
My
not.
player. No, I need a good look. I want those guys to make champs. I want Clay to make champs. I want Vegas to make champs. I'm here for the upsets.
Wait,
So-
who don't you want you to make?
Oh shit!
Gorillas.
What the fuck?
That's one. Just dog shit org.
Surge?
Surge, obviously. I'm an absolute Surge hater. To be honest, I'm down for other teams. I'm gonna have to say Rocker, don't I, at this point? But I don't really want to say Rocker, but I don't know.
Why don't you want Rocket to make it?
No, it's just because if I want the other teams to make it, then there's only so many teams that can make it, right? So I've got to throw somebody else out.
Right.
there.
Let me just ask you. Like, do you want Boston to make?
Yeah, I'm a Slasher fanboy, so like
You want Carolina to make it?
I don't
He wants
prey
Clay
on
to make
anyone's downfall, really. I prey on like
You
two
want Clay to
teams'
make it. You
downfalls.
don't want LAG to make it. Do you want
Yeah.
LA Thieves to make it?
I'm kind of impartial, but I would prefer.
I
them
feel
to
like
make
you
it.
got. I feel like you got.
No, I agree. I think I would like them to make it as well. I'd
Do you want
like everyone
Miami to make it?
Oh,
No,
that's
see-
my other team, right?
No,
I'm
but
down to
actually,
get rid of it.
let Rocker
No
make it. Miami
no
gets slammed.
Surge, no LAG. That's already 3 that don't make it. So then, yeah, at that point, it's fine. I think.
What'd you say? No Surge, no LAG, no.
Miami. That's 3 gone.
Yo,
I'm happy
you're
with them gone.
you're a big hater, you know.
That's
Apart from that, I don't mind.
To be fair, that's kind of I think all of our lists essentially. The Rocker one is the only one obviously I would swap out, but
No, I think I keep. I don't really care for Rocker, but like I think that they will make it.
Rocker
also-
Rocker
I'm
are
a bit of
fifth,
a
bro.
hater of
They're high
Rocker.
likelihood, at least
Yeah.
most likelihood, if they don't screw everything up and go 0-10 again, they'll make it probably.
Yeah, they can still make winners. Like it's actually looking pretty good for them to make winners.
It's
If they
looking
just win their game this weekend.
it's pretty it's actually looking very good with the chances, honestly.
Do you know how fucking dog shit that is? That you can go 1-6 and still make winners.
2 and
I think it's gotta be 2 and 5. I think
2 and 5.
One
But
in six?
you absolute dog shit.
You know what I mean though.
Nah, I don't know what you mean, you fucking rat. I don't know what you mean.
possible.
2 and 5 is that's a commendable record in the CDL. Okay, it's a commendable
if you're playing
record,
ranked
and you can
play.
make it. Okay.
If you're playing rank play solo queue, yeah, that's like a record I would hit.
What the fuck? Did you make it to Iridescent the other day?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you
in
made a
22
run
hours.
through.
There we go,
Yeah,
baby.
I'm doing another one Tuesday, pistol only.
Okay,
Sheesh.
listen, that is not happening. I hope you know. I hope
That
you
is
understand.
mental.
That's just not happening.
Wait,
I
what
live.
you-
I live to prove people wrong. I live for it.
It's well said, Trey. I
Live
remember
for
10 cap challenge with Nade and Merc. Anyone watch that video? Black Ops 2 league play. Raid captured the flag. They ran around with TAC 45s and they tried to get 10 caps in league play, and they did it pretty easily with just a
Yeah,
pistol.
I would
So,
assume
you know.
so.
I think it's doable.
Someone asked Rab, who's the bigger yapper on the flank? Is it Ben or Pat? Oh no, excuse me, Ben. It was Ben or Parasite. Ben or Chris.
Ben or Parasite? Oh,
Wait, why not eggs?
That's
well,
all they
maybe
asked.
he's the guaranteed.
That's-
maybe he's
that's
the
not what
champion,
they
like, he's
asked,
the
so-
guaranteed number 1 yapper. I think you got to give it to Ben. To be fair, like,
I mean, we had Ben on
I
the
love
show,
Ben.
didn't we?
Yeah, you got to say from a.
That was our first 3.5-hour show, honestly.
Yeah, he nearly turned. Yeah, no, he nearly turned that into a 5-hour one, bro.
Dude, he changed up our whole formatting. He changed up our time length, and the Japanese has just been flowing since. We learned the art. Honestly, we learned it very well. Should we?
No, you're right, Charlie, about the timing on the graphic. It's just because it's 4 hours, not 5 hours right now. So the graphic was a bit wrong, but that's okay.
Yeah, you hella confused me this morning. We were like, "Oh, there's daylight savings. We're getting on an hour earlier." I said, "What?"
It is always confusing though. Honestly, every year, like usually you'll make some sort of mistake because of it. So
nah, you know, have you seen that meme where the kid has his hands up and he's like his world is rocked? That was me when I read your text. I was an hour earlier. I was like, "What the hell?"
No, I was streaming. I was getting ready to go gym, and then Rab was like, "Don't worry, like don't forget we're on an hour early." And I was like, "Well, gym's choked."
And I was like, "Yeah, what the?" I didn't know what was happening, bro.
You can just go gym after the matches because they're going to be done in about 30 minutes. So I reckon we crack on. Thoughts?
Oh, it's impressive. You think I'm actually tuning in for both of them?
Yeah, true. Be off to the gym after this, I reckon.
I think so.
That's so toxic. Also, we have Shafi in my chat says, by the way, OpTic hasn't scrimmed this week due to Kenny being sick, FYI, if you want to discuss it during OpTic vs NYSL.
Is that true? Where's the intel on that come from?
Yeah,
Shafi,
where's that coming from?
Yeah, you know what? Let me just text Kenny real quick.
Shafi's like, I work in the urgent care in Dallas. I saw him come in. I promise. It's all real. That's crazy, bro.
Bro's the direct line source.
Shafi came in with the serious stuff, bro.
I believe him. I believe him.
Someone put Zuma over Octane, Octane over Ben over Haggy, Haggy over Rakes.
Damn, that's a nightmare blunt rotation.
Are we doing a flank tier list now? Is that our next thing to do?
That's what someone said.
Superstar of the flank, star of the flank, all-star of the flank.
And then Garrison said Kenny is sick. They still scrimmed, to my understanding.
Well, Shafi said Dashy is streaming right now.
Oh,
is he streaming right now?
Wow.
Can someone verify?
Let's have a look. Yeah, he is streaming right now.
That's.
Hang on. Let me do a live. Let me do a live ask.
That'd be warm-up hours.
Yeah, this
interesting.
This would be warm-up hours / potential. I mean, they don't play today, so scrim day. This is you scrim after you warm up. So this is interesting.
True. Interesting. You're playing great.
Nah, wow. I feel like they've definitely scrimmed this week, and they're probably just letting Kenny have the night, like a day to like reset or something.
Yeah, M Garrison's sources in the Twitch chat say that they still scrim to his understanding. So M Garrison's sources versus Shafi's sources. Wow, battle with the Titans.
Bro, we have the fucking the God Squad, Intel Squad, brother. They're running around finding everything. Good shit, chat.
All right, should we start the show? Let's get going.
Yeah, let's start, boys.
Good. We got a few things to talk about.
Yeah, we got an hour. We got an hour for the matches. Dope check pre-show with, of course, y'all know what it is. Let's get going here, guys. Welcome to another week of the Dope Check pre-show. Of course, Ace the Stocksman joined by Tactical Rab and the EU GOAT, Trey Zero. How we doing today, boys?
Buzzing. Honestly, what a set of games we have this evening, Ace. I woke up and I was like, holy shit, Vegas Surge tonight, first game on. I am gassed. So here we are, getting ready to go. Here with Trey and Ace. Wow, what a day. But, you know, online qualifiers are about to come to an end again. So
that's probably the most hype part of all of this right there. No more online qualifiers. Miami soon. Hype. Actual tournaments. Excited. Trey, how's your day going?
Well, I can assure you, you know, I did not wake up and think, wow, Surge LA, Las Vegas, and LAG, LAT. I actually woke up and went back to sleep when I found that out. So that's the reason I was late to my stream today, because I checked the schedule. I said nope, and straight back to sleep. Woke up, but no, listen. The games aren't great, but they're important, and every game is important from here on out. We got teams. You know, we check the standings. I always have the standings up to look. We got teams that are 5 points away from being in the top 8, and 5 points is, you know, that's a placement at a LAN event, but you get 10 points for an online win. It's so close from 6th to 12th. It's not even fun. So every win matters right now. So that's why every game's good. And like you said, the major's coming up too. And, I'm excited for the major. I'm excited to see all the games play out. I'm excited to see who's going to bump up in points and who's going to go down. And I'm also excited to see after the major when there's going to be a bunch of roster changes because everyone sucks and it's going to be great.
Absolutely, Trace. I couldn't say it better myself. I gotta ask though, should we start with the match previews or should we start with some of the drama, the tea first? Where should
I think we go through some of the tea. We're gonna hold back some of the tea for Monday's show because you may or may
we know
not
why
be
a lot of
aware.
you want to talk about, but
Civ did some tweets, but we need to, we're gonna save that a bit for Monday because there's quite a lot
that's a
to say
big
on that.
topic.
It's a full topic that we need a proper show for, not an hour before matches, and there's not enough time. We're on a time crunch right now, and it's just a pre-show. This is not Dope Check episode 12, so we want to keep that conversation. We are going to address it. We're not shying away from it. This is not Google Gaga land. This is Dope Check. We talk about every topic. We address it head on. We're hitting that on Monday. So if you're here for that, we appreciate you for being here, but we're not addressing that today. We do have some things to talk about, though. Let's jump over to this Riot Gaming versus Activision type of ordeal.
Riot Gaming, right? This guy knows his esports.
Chill out. Okay. There we are. So, Rab, Trey, if you guys want to jump into this one, because this was really new. This was new to me.
Yeah, so
honestly.
I saw this today, and effectively the point is, right, that there was rumors going around that the CDL teams have been negotiating with the league to say, hey, you guys are making all the money from this. We're struggling. Can we have a higher percentage of sponsorship revenues and these other things? Because the league, when it was first founded, they said, okay, you guys are allowed your sponsors, but not in any of the categories that compete with any of the things we do. And obviously the league fills out with all of the classic sponsorship things, the peripherals, they've got the chair stuff, they get everything under the sun, Monster and all this. And then if a team wants to compete with that, they can't, they're not allowed to. So Riot is saying to their league teams and probably also to their Valorant teams in due course, I don't really know, on opening up different sponsorship categories to be allowed. Now, exactly why Riot are doing this, because if you know anything about how Riot operates, they're not doing this out of the kindness of their hearts. There's clearly a business reason and a business case where they think this is a good idea. But it's been a big debate for some time in esports, like what sort of categories of sponsorship should be allowed? If you watch any of the English Premier League teams, they've all got gambling, ads on their jerseys and stuff. Those are the primary sponsors of many teams. In esports, the publisher has largely said, we're not so happy with that. Okay, in COD, we've kind of have like DraftKings and stuff. What was it? New York had to cover up DraftKings on their jersey back in a couple of years ago because they weren't allowed to show it. So Riot is saying, look, CBD, maybe, crack on with that. Alcohol, government entities is interesting. I don't know if that's like US Army related. But then also the gambling stuff, right? So this is one of these things that if I'm a league team, I'm thinking, like let's go, baby. Like let's open the door to more sponsors because again, it's one of these questions, is it good or bad? Because if the CDL was to reflect this, then maybe the CDL survives for longer because the teams actually don't run out of money because currently they are. So it goes both ways.
Absolutely. I think there's been a couple times over the years where I've heard chatter from players even who couldn't accept certain sponsorships because conflicts with their own team or with the league. So I'm actually curious to see if for Riot, this was just for the teams or it applied to the players as well. Because that would make it a lot more, than even that Scump conversation of him not being able to accept certain partnerships. It would make it so players also benefit massively from this. The government entities one is really interesting because I'm definitely assuming that means U.S. Army, even like maybe foreign governments. Maybe Saudi wants to sponsor a team. Maybe, I'm saying there's other parts to that as well that could get really, really interesting. And on the other hand, too, gambling, especially with COD and esports, is one of the biggest money funnelers into the entire esport in general. So starting to get that for individual guys, CBD, these are the guys who have cash on hand right now. Everyone's going broke except for the gambling companies, the drug companies, the alcohol companies. Everyone's down horrendous. All they doing is smoking, drinking, and gambling. That's what they doing.
Yeah, late stage society right here.
Literally, hey, that's what I'm doing late night stream. But let me tell you, I got cocktail in one hand, blackjack on the other monitor, and an absolute reefer on the left. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? But I think overall, it's just it is good for the landscape. I hope though, because again, there are a lot of there's a lot of young. Not every game is 17 plus. Not every game is a mature game. Obviously, balancing. Let's say you have a CBD weed company coming into, let's say, Val or something like that. You got to balance it out. Hopefully for COD. they think about it a little bit and don't just go willy-nilly and start taking money from everybody and anybody. But yeah, I think this is really beneficial for COD, very, very beneficial for the teams. And yeah, I think we just see OpTic start to get every sponsorship in the world at this point. That's all. Honestly,
I just say let everyone make their money. Obviously, there's people that are higher, you know, like we compare, you know, OpTic Phase and all those people that actually can make money. Let everyone else make their money too. There's a reason why people can't afford players or something like that, or they just dwindle down. It's because they don't want to put that much money into it. Let them get all the sponsors they can. Let them get what they need to get. You know, like Rab said about, you know, football teams and gambling. You look at Everton, they've got a stake sponsorship and they're sponsored by Kick too. You know, they got Kick on the left shirt. They got stake across the thing. Like, they're making bread. You know that. So, you know, I think, obviously, if they're not doing anything, if they ain't doing anything dumb, you know, like you said, not promoting like the wrong things to the wrong people. But like, end of the day, like, you got to let teams make the money. The sponsorship thing does suck because they're so limited on what they can do. So let Paris get a Pornhub sponsorship. Let them run it up.
That's what I'm saying.
And, you know what I'm saying?
Was
dude,
was it you, Porn, or something that used to have a team back in the day?
Yeah. You're right. Yeah. Let me check. Let me check. Yeah, let me check.
Was that in COD or was that in something else? That was a crazy time.
Do you remember that meme I said earlier of my world gets shaken up? My world just got shaken up again, bro. What are you talking about?
Trey said that shit, bro. I actually remembered that.
No, you know
that's actually shocking knowledge for me.
All right, they were called Team YP. They were in Counter-Strike.
That's right, Team YP is a CS
team. Team YP was the Counter-Strike global offensive team of the esports division of the pornography website youporn.com.
Oh my god. That's just premium stuff.
That's
you know what?
lit.
Let the teams make their money, baby.
I gotta say too, are we gonna end up seeing like Dashy late night on a stake stream, like just gambling thousands of dollars? Like, I don't know how.
Norman already did that, you know.
I'm just saying.
Norman already had that shit going.
I'm just saying, like, if we start seeing,
bro, that shit was
it's gonna go crazy.
That shit was banned. Like, you weren't allowed to do it as a player because, like, in contract you weren't allowed to gamble, and the former was just throwing rack upon rack upon rack. Like,
hey, I honestly, genuinely, I think stake streams coming to COD, our esport gets bigger. No BS. I'm absolutely being serious. People are gonna watch it. You know, imagine Scump turns on stake. He's gonna get bigger numbers than Trainwrecks and everyone else. That's all I gotta say about this. But
I don't know if anyone's gonna be doing that.
You think it's too risky?
Not too risky. I just think like maybe like that. Maybe the younger players, yeah, for sure. I don't see Scump firing up a slot stream though.
The stake bag from what I've heard, from what I've heard from certain people, even for like smaller creators, like people who aren't Scump size, is ridiculous. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Let me make a few phone calls, boys. Let me make a few phone calls. You guys want us to go? Hey guys, want to do some gambling? Like, let me make a few phone calls real quick. Let's see what my agent's up to.
Yeah, we're gonna be chilling with Matty and Brad out in Malta, I reckon. Trey, give us a couple of weeks.
I'll be in the background cheering you guys on. I'll be in the back just cheering you guys on. Do what I gotta do.
Ace will have to watch it like that and then just cheer when we get a win. Like,
yeah. We're sitting there doing the show, and also I'm just pressing buttons on the right. Wow.
All right.
Brilliant.
Separately from this, there was a video that came out that was really interesting. I got added in this a couple times too, but it was a video from the COD League about who has the best gun skill in the CDL. So let's watch the video and then we can discuss a little bit because I do want to say like why people were adding me specifically in this video. I'm turning the volume so everyone can hear.
Best gun skill in the league is by far BZ.
Best gun skill?
Best gun skill, Wake.
I won't say myself, so I'll say Dashy.
Brandon, Dashy.
Yeah, I'll say Dashy.
Dashy?
Probably Dashy.
Me. When it comes to raw gunny, like winning unwinnables, maybe a BZ.
Probably gotta give that one to like a BZ.
Yeah, Simp by BZ. One of the other.
Probably a BZ.
Say Simp, my teammate.
Simp.
Hydra like Sam.
Probably have to say Hydra.
I'll probably say Cell, in the sense of he's just a really hard kill. So overall, when you see him on the map, probably sell him.
Sell him.
Probably Dashy, BZ, Simp, MC, any of those four.
Best gun skill in the league, a BZ.
I think Dashy probably shoots the streeters.
I'm gonna give it to Linz.
Me.
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 Best gun skill in the league is by far BZ.
Best gun skill.
Oh, those me's on the end because they went through kind of quick. I just want to play one more time because there's some roast available at the end.
With the wins.
Me.
I was gonna say
Lamar, what do you?
Me.
Shut up, bro.
Me.
Me, and then Wake with the me. Ah!
Best guns in
I
the
was
league.
gonna say,
by far
was
Beezy.
Wake's recorded before this season started, or
I don't know, but that's asking for
This
trouble.
is recorded pre-Boston. This is recorded media day. of
Also-
Boston. I remember
also,
seeing it before it all.
we need a discussion about people not saying their teammates.
Yeah, low key.
That is honestly a good point, I think.
That the only person
Like,
that did it was Lamar.
like-
And Lamar was the only one that thought to say let me
Lamar
pick
and
my
a
best teammate.
not
And Vivid.
Lamar,
Vivid just
Lamar,
got
Lamar simping to be. Yeah, I bet he's fucking regretting that. Anyway, like, nah, it just, how are you not gonna gas up your teammates, bro? Like, Dashy just got like 7 man just giving him dope for free.
Yeah, exactly. I can't believe it. I mean, they're gassing up. Okay, the votes went like 7 votes for Dashi, 7 votes for BZ, like maybe 3 or 4 for like maybe 4 for Sim, 3 for Cell, something like there's about a couple for Hydra. That's pretty much it of the ones that were actually given votes.
Real recognize real, but like, start gassing up your teammates a bit more, boys. Like, fucking hell, you've just said Dashy's the best. Dashy's got the best shot in COD. Next thing you know, you're playing against him. Oh yeah, he has got the best shot. Like,
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
getting,
you
I'm
get
getting
up one time,
killed,
it's like, oh, well,
guys. I can't
well,
kill him.
that's
It's
wh-
Dashy. Oh.
that's why I said he's got the best gun skill in the league, man. Because it was right.
Okay, I have a question for you, Tragy. What to you defines gun skill? Because let's say I'm playing Counter-Strike. If I'm flicking onto someone's head, like, okay, let's say I'm the best player in the world at flicking onto someone's head and tapping easy flick headshots, right? That's like raw aim, if you know what I mean. Whereas the best players
like that.
have that, but also they have like the centering component. Because that's, to me, that's kind of part of gun skill. It's like I don't know if we watched the Hydra clip the other day, but of him just, obviously Hydra can shoot straight, but also his centering is insane. So it's like, is that part of gun skill, or is it really just about recoil control and just like snap aiming? Because it's like, let's say the player with a sniper that can snap and hit someone or whatever, like that is pure aim. But I don't know, I think the nuance is a little bit important when you consider which player is better, because the ones at the top are really close. They all have slight different strengths and weaknesses, I think.
I mean, like, centering and stuff like that is probably like, if you have really good centering, like, you'll 9 times out of 10 win a lot of kills, because centering is like when they say a BZ wins the unwinnables, it's genuine because his centering so good and his snap's so good. Like, and with Dashy, it's just raw gun skill in terms of the fact, like, his snap is that good. I think a snap defines like how good someone is. Like, if you can look this way whilst getting shot to your right and snap instantly before that guy's even killed you, like, that's just like muscle memory. And the centering thing just comes down to being aware at all times where someone could be. That's what people ask me. They're like, "Oh, Trey, how'd you center so good?" It's always, you always got to just like predict where someone's going to be in terms of like the most used spots on the map, and then how hard it is to kill someone off them. And like, if I was to say like Dashy or a BZ, yeah, for sure. I think those two right there, 100% definitely have the best gun skill. And the unwinnables, like, they are right with a BZ. Like, you've seen it so many times where BZ's in a shitty situation. Like, even last year in MW2, he's in a 1v3 against New York behind the block, and he just outguns everyone in that short period of time. And it's just that stuff like that, like, not everyone can do. People, they're shooting straight, and then there's like actually being that fucking good, and not everyone can do that. So
I got added a few times in this, either linking this video or mentioning this video because of my tweet about our conversation about the superstar stuff. Because they go, look, no one named Shotzi. That was one thing that people said. No one named Shotzi, and I said, shut up.
No one named Scrappy either.
No one named Scrappy either. And the second thing people said was, look, everyone named a BZ. And because he was off of my list personally, and I think most of our lists, anyway, we argued for a BZ, but like people were saying like, oh, look, a BZ's everyone agrees he's the best, but you're saying he's not a superstar. You're tripping.
best gun skill doesn't mean you're the best player in the game, though. Best gun skill.
That's true.
Best gun skill doesn't. What is it? Best raw gunny doesn't make you win events. Everyone said Dashy, but he hasn't won in 2 years.
That's true. That is true. That is true.
And I'm speaking facts, by the way. I'm just saying, like, Dashy by far has the best gunny I've seen in COD history.
Hey. All
right, before, like, people don't like it, but I'm real. All right, he hasn't won in 2 years, but that doesn't mean he doesn't have the best gun skill in the game. It just doesn't correlate. Guess why? COD's a team game.
Yeah, absolutely. But if I had to ask, so yeah, who in this panel right here, who do you guys think has the best gun skill in the game? Dashy?
I think from an AR perspective, I'd say Dashy. I actually think I would say right now I would say Hydra for SMGs. I think.
Trey?
I mean, right now, this second for SMGs, this second right now probably would be Shotzi, just because he literally can't stop shooting straight. But of all time, I'll say of all time of the CDL era, I'm going for a BZ or Simp in the subcategory, and just in general, Dashy.
Who would you have said, Trey, if you asked this question at the start of like the 2017 season? Because Dashy won in the league at that point. You said Formal.
Octane. Octane's been by far.
Yeah.
I've always said Octane or Slasher has been the hardest gunfight I've had as an AR in terms of like just when they've got you locked in, you might as well leave the game, honestly.
I actually think Octane might be my top pick because he, like, when you were playing on 3 cents back in Infinite Warfare, he would play on like 7 or some shit like that.
Yeah, no, the guy, it would like
and he would still shoot as straight as you. I'm like, what the fuck?
I think he played like 5 in IW. Maybe
he played 5.
I don't think he played like. I know he played a higher sends and he always has. But anytime someone asks me who's the hardest AR I've ever played, I think it would be Formal. Not Formal, sorry, Octane. Formal's like up there, but I think I would go Octane, Formal, then Slasher for me. Like in terms of who I've played. I know Formal's been like, the top AR, since whenever. But like just actually playing against them, like Octane's been the hardest gunfight for me as an AR.
I still can't believe you retired, man. Guys are unreal.
Yeah, no, that's a whole nother conversation for the most random retirement, I think, in my opinion, of like all time. That's the most random one that I've ever seen. It just in the midst of all the chaos. All right, guys, I'm done. I'm out. I'm still gross.
I actually
but
respect
I'm out.
it though.
I
actually
know,
respect
bro.
it though.
I do respect.
But you gotta
it.
understand, like he's looking more like, what the hell was that?
There's a storm. I don't know if I just turned around. There's a storm happening.
Yeah, bro. I just saw a cushion go crazy.
It's getting windy outside.
I didn't even notice that. I wasn't even watching.
Yeah.
Bro, a cushion just flew past his window. I swear. Anyway,
I need to bring out this stream.
Anyway, yeah, it was random, but hey, finish on a high.
That's true.
Finish on a high. He bought a house with his girl. He's I assume you know what it is though? Scrimming every single day takes it away from you. Honestly, it really does. People don't really understand it. Like, it's fun when you first start playing. Scrimming is so fun, but then 7 years down the line, fuck me, it's so tedious. Yeah. So tedious, especially when the game's got 10 times worse.
Yeah.
That was a big factor in why I retired too. Like sitting there just mentally preparing for 7 hours of scrims, playing the same maps against the same players. And then on top of that, if you're having a shit week of scrims or like you're just a shit team, getting bodied in scrims just isn't fun. So,
best gun skill right now, Scrap, Shotzi. There you go. That's the truth right there, guys. That's the actual truth right there.
I think someone's got to say Scrap because his gun skill is actually overlooked.
It's
last week, Ace said Dashy.
No, that's actually true, man.
Wait, what?
This guy is a joke.
No. Wait.
You literally said Dash is the best AR in the game.
Hey, listen. I said gun skill. You're saying best AR. Those are two different. We are in this conversation, my man. We classified how gun skill doesn't lead to wins. It's a different thing.
I think I think Scraps. I think Scraps a better player than Dashy.
I think if you've got to choose Dashy as the best AR, he almost has to have the best gun skill in your eyes because that's his best feature.
No, not right now. Right now it's his adaptability. Right now it's his adaptability from going from full Slayer to now playing his role in the team. He's become a team player more than an individual star. Shout out Dashy, best player best AR in the game right now. Listen, let's jump over to this other. Speaking of OpTic, basically, let's jump over to this. This caught me off guard. Let's jump to it.
You're gonna say hullabaloo? What are you gonna say?
Hullabaloo? What?
I don't know what word you're gonna say.
They don't know that word. They don't know.
I've never heard that word in my entire life. I want to be honest. Hullabaloo. I've never heard that in my life.
That's so good.
But we gotta start using kerfuffle more.
That's a good one. That's a good one. But there was this like weird, like not controversy, but fans were like tweaking.
People actually were tweaking about this.
Yes.
And I couldn't believe it.
Wait, I went to the wrong tweet. 1 second. This tweet was the first one. This is what set it off here. So Toronto Ultra decided to make a podcast that looked eerily similar to the OpTic podcast, and fans decided that was a copycat, that they were ripping them off, that this was like a terrible thing. But, bro, why are they acting like OpTic created podcasts? That's all I have to cook right now. I want you guys to cook, but like that's all I got to say.
Because it's the only thing they've got to roast them on. Like, fans just love roasting anyone for anything. Like, and especially OpTic fans, they think OpTic invented everything. I promise you, if Dashi ate a fucking cheeseburger and then Scrap ate a cheeseburger, they would say that Dashi invented eating cheeseburgers.
Don't say that.
And listen, it's to the 95% of normal OpTic fans, you guys are fantastic. To the 5% of OpTic fans, you guys can suck a dick. Because wow, you guys are just the most toxic motherfuckers I've ever met in my life. Nah, dead serious. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
I do not hold this opinion. Dope Check does not hold this opinion. Breaking Point does not hold this opinion. We love all teams equally. And all
OpTic fans like the video.
Yeah, like the video. Yeah, all OpTic fans, Face fans, whoever you are, like the video. No problem.
No, I'm talking about the ones that give out, call people fat because they beat OpTic, or call it say something like, bro, do you know how many death threats I got when I beat OpTic in World War II?
You know death threats I got for just tweeting out OpTic his ass one time because they lost the match horribly? You know, I got 3 death threats. When I didn't even have like 20. I didn't have the followers I have now. It was a lot. It was like in the tens, a lot less. And I was doing stocks. I wasn't even in the COD community like that. But I tweeted OpTic his ass, and all of a sudden I got 300 likes. But then the hate wave was massive. But somehow nowadays because I talk about Dashi and Shotzi and stuff like that, I'm the biggest OpTic dick rider apparently. I'm a glazer now. So I went from the biggest hater to a glazer now. Funny how life works.
Done the full cycle
that sounds to me like you didn't stand on business, Ace.
No, bro, that was like 3 games ago. 3 games ago, they were ass. They didn't win shit. Now they're good. That's
a perfect example of someone said that's fake fans. I wouldn't say that's fake fans in terms like that, but it's just you don't need to be like that. If you're a fan of someone, you don't have to put someone else down because you're a fan of someone else. Like if OpTic lose a match, yeah, it should be like, wow, OpTic are terrible. Instead, they go for the players. I beat OpTic when I was fat. Next thing you know, oh, shut up, Trey, you fat twat. Like, go lose some weight. And I'm like, I was only shooting my gun. like, my bad, sorry. I'll let him win next time just because, it's...
There's some interesting people about. That is for sure.
And it happens with every team, but OpTic just have way more fans, so it's obviously going to be way more toxic. But how can you hate on another esports team giving you guys content that you're most likely going to watch?
Yeah,
the people in there that are roasting them, yeah, are going to watch the podcast that Toronto done.
And also, right, LA Thieves, although they didn't quite do this precisely, in the last couple of years, they used to do sit-downs with their whole teams. And OpTic have only started really doing the game chat thing with the actual full team relatively recently. So it's not like OpTic invented this whole thing anyway. You honestly might have cooked, Trey, when you said that some of the more toxic OpTic fans, they roast teams on content because they have nothing else to roast them on because they haven't won an event in however long. Actually,
no, I didn't say that, but I did tell him to suck a dick. So now me and Rab, me and Rab are on the same level. You know what I'm saying? I like that, Rab. So if I'm getting cancelled, you're getting cancelled. I love that.
The Rab headline, right? The headline is Rab says OpTic copied LAT. That's actually the new headline now. I don't even care about this headline right now. That's what it actually.
Listen,
I don't care who copied who.
If something's going well.
Thorin and Kingdom Soldier and all these other guys that.
But listen, if something's going well, if Rab's making a lot of money doing something, and I see Rab doing it, and I know I can make the same. In fact, I know I have the same opportunity to do the same thing. Like Rab makes YouTube videos. If I copied Rab on his news videos, he's doing well. It's because he's doing well, and there's like a gap in the market.
Imitation's a form of flattery,
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely. I mean,
the highest form.
I made my pod, and then see by this logic, let's go through this logic a little bit, right? I made my podcast, the exclusive podcast. And then this guy, Hitch, decides to make the Around the Bar podcast. Was he copying me?
Facts. Well,
So you know?
Nah, he
Get
added
that
drinks
copyright
into it, bro.
claim
He added drinks into it, bro.
Yeah,
You fumbled.
if I was a haram boy, you know what I'm saying? It'd be a different story. But I can't even go on the Around the Bar podcast, or else I get struck by lightning all of a sudden through the door. So it just doesn't work that way, right? But this whole topic, I think, is just so weird how people reacted to this, and the fact that like Reddit.
Wait,
and
more
the
content
OpTic-
is better. Like, come on, literally every single team should have one of these.
I was literally gonna say
And
that was my next thing to
nobody
say.
should
I said
complain.
if every team just made a podcast where, you know, the whole team talked about what was going on every week, the matches and da. I think everyone would eat it up. I think real COD fans would watch at least 50% of them, right? Top 4 teams for sure.
I just think the funny thing is 45% of the teams would probably be doing it in a Discord. Cool.
That's sad though. That is low-key sad, and that is true. But is it that's better than nothing, right?
I mean,
Also, the
It's
irony
pretty
that
scuffed
we're
that
doing
much.
it in a Discord call right now too. The irony
they're
is we're in a Discord call.
they're a multi-million-dollar functioning fucking team. We are 3 people living in different places around the fucking world.
Okay, we can coordinate it. We just don't want to try hard enough. I see.
That's
it, bro.
not. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. I'll fly to Dallas, so we will do it at IRL one. Are you down, Rab? Are you down?
I'm down for that.
All right,
There you
Just
go.
gotta
See,
pay for the flight taste. We'll get out there every week.
no problem.
yeah,
but you
yeah.
guys have to stay on this balcony where the wind's crazy. You guys have to stay right there. I'll give you
Don't
guys a
get hit
cushion.
by a cushion. Then
Yeah, no problem. I'll give you guys a
If I get
cushion out there. No problem.
if I get wiped out by a cushion, like then fuck, like that'd actually be my luck, to be honest with you. Fly to and just get taken out by a cushion.
This guy 22 Fate Bro just said LAG podcast. Let's go! Like, I'm buzzing for that LAG juice. 2 hours of LAG content. I will be there.
How would you even react to that? Like, you know, that's because the majority of the teams, you know, they're doing well. That are doing well. I say majority. There's 2 teams doing the podcast right now, pretty much, and it's OpTic and Toronto that are doing well. If you're sat dead last, you know, and you're doing a podcast, what do you even talk about?
Why you're dead last? What the hell's going on? Why are we so shit?
I mean, the vibes are short at that point. You know what I mean?
Well-
At least the OpTic boys, even if they ain't winning everything, they always got good vibes.
Well, not to be fair. The LAT did a podcast when they were like 10th, 11th, or that area.
Yeah,
so,
it
like,
still actually was pretty good.
yeah, it was a good watch. I mean, LAT obviously puts money into it, and they have like, you know, they do it well, obviously. But yeah, even if you're at the bottom, I think it's still captivating. It'd still be cool, and you still talk about why we're. Imagine Boston Breach. I'm at the wrong camera. Imagine Boston Breach made a podcast speaking on why they're so ass and why Snoopy's the worst player in the world. It'd be so good to watch and understand why that team is so bad, why they're 12th, right? I'd watch it. I know Rab would watch it.
Of course you'd watch it. I know you'd watch it.
Yeah, I'd watch the hell out of that podcast for sure.
You'd be in the chat saying, "Why isn't Cap sitting down? Why is Snoopy here?"
Yeah, I would be. I would absolutely be. I would say, why is there? No, I can't say that. Never mind. Never mind. Can't say that. No. I would just be in the chat roasting.
Were you gonna get yourself cancelled there?
No,
or?
not cancel. Just gotta.
We're already getting cancelled Monday, so you know we don't want to jump.
Oh yeah, no.
Wow,
yeah,
Monday
no, we're
we are
fucked
gonna be
Monday.
in the blendy. Holy hell.
I'm booking my flights to Turks and Caicos, and then you'll never see me again.
Wait, we actually
After
have
Monday.
PD Gaming sent me something. He said, this is an example of what Trey was talking about with OpTic. The OpTic fan situation has been an issue since the beginning of time. Here's JCap talking about it in Ghost. I just opened up on the stream, but I just want to see what he was talking about.
Ah, what's he gonna say?
I think we all know what's coming.
Oh no, he reads it.
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, like the example that I remember is just like Black Ops 3 champs. You know, if you know, you know.
Black Ops 3 champs. I was there. What
Someone in
happened?
the chat's gonna know.
Yeah. Well,
OpTic got eliminated by Cloud9, the fans, Lacefield. You know.
oh,
Let's just say, you know,
you took me
it
back
happens
there,
a lot.
Rob. You took me back.
it happens in every sport. Let's just say COD, but like people are human beings at the end of the day. No matter who beats who, they're still a human being. So I don't know why people go crazy like it, especially behind a computer screen with an anime Abby. Like you ain't spewing like, yeah, nah. I don't want to say the word in terms of like what happened, with that lace-filled stuff. But
yeah, definitely don't say the
no,
word.
no,
Yeah,
no,
definitely-
no,
Trey, definitely don't
that
even consider
word.
saying the
No,
word.
not
Yeah.
that word, you idiot. Not that word, you. What were you thinking?
You said it. What do you
Trey
mean?
was
What was
like,
I
"Oh,
thinking?
should I
You
No,
say
said
I'm
it?"
not
it.
on about that word, bro. Jesus Christ.
I was tweaking for a second because you said I don't want to say that
No,
word. I said, yeah, wait,
no, you
pause.
guys are you
I
guys
was
are
hoping one of us
crazy.
would step in to help
No,
us out.
you guys,
Yeah.
no, you guys are crazy. You guys are crazy.
Dude, let's wait.
Jesus.
Also, speaking on just content and like the podcast and all stuff, there was a fan who this was sent to us today, but a fan created a Royal Ravens intro because the one they have now sucks so bad. So let's take a watch at what the possibilities are when you pick.
Actually try.
Yeah, when you actually try a little bit. I don't even know if he tried that hard. He just made something better than what there was. So let's see.
I mean, it couldn't get worse.
Chat, there's no way you can say that is not actually hard, though. Like, no BS.
How about this?
What the hell?
I'll use your.
See, the funny thing is, London would use that and not give any credit and say they made it.
No, you know
And
what's
not
funny?
pay the
I
guy,
can imagine at the major, we the major happens, they do the intros, and that is actually on the screen, and everyone's just like, what the fuck? Like, it actually gets swapped out, and they say nothing. I can actually imagine London doing that, or Carolina doing that. No BS.
Oh yeah, for sure. The owners are probably sat and said, "Oh look, we're getting free fan art."
Yeah,
Brilliant.
they
They lost a
contributed
great
that.
brand.
Our fans love us. Get out there. Get out there.
Wait, some people are saying, wait, you guys think it's bad? The song is an L. Wait, I bet on myself. I think it wasn't bad. You think play the real one now? I don't know if I have the link to the real one. I think
We'll
that
see
was
it
pretty
tonight.
good.
It's all good.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, it's coming up soon.
yeah. Point being though,
Actually, it's not tonight. It's tomorrow.
what time did the game start? Game started about 30 minutes. Should we talk about some games now? I think it's about time. We have 30
We probably have
minutes.
to talk about some games. Yeah.
Yeah, let's cook
We
a
can
little
look
bit.
at. I mean, the standings are interesting right now. So some of the teams are basically locked, and then I don't know if you want to bring up the standings real quick.
Got them up right now.
But yeah. Let me check them out right here, because. Yeah, there's a few teams still fighting for the situation. Gorillas are chalked, by the way. Look at that map count. It is over for them. That's a 0% winners bracket chance. Every other team has a chance to make it still. Even Minnesota are probably in the best position just because of, well, not in the best position, but they're not in a bad position given their record.
Yeah, given their map win record and also just the matches that are lined up for the week of who's playing who and how it all should play out, Minnesota should actually have a really good chance to make it to winners, along with in likelihood, Carolina. We should be seeing Minnesota and Carolina being the two rogue agents that make it into the winners bracket, actually. And then the other crazy one is Legion could actually end up overtaking Toronto Ultra in the standings, which is also a mind-blowing concept to think that Toronto could actually end up, best team in the game, top 4 team, ends up 6th in Major 2. Kind of a wild...
Yeah, if they were to be the 6th seed, I mean, yeah, I guess that's possible, right? If Legion win out, if Thieves win out, and if Toronto were to lose to Thieves, actually, then I guess Ultra would end up being the 6th seed, and then they'd play FaZe round 1. So they need to avoid that.
Yeah, what an insane round 1. Toronto FaZe round 1 winners?
Yeah, but I mean, Toronto just need to beat Thieves and they'll be fine. Because also, if they tie with Legion head-to-head, they win on the head-to-head. So
I think that Thieves Ultra game is going to be a scary one, though.
I agree.
I think it's very interesting. Yeah,
just purely based on S&D, because clearly Ultra have fallen a little bit off in the S&D department. I think that plays a part in Skid Row being taken out as well. So I remember you saying they were really good at Skid Row, and then that gets taken out, which people aren't really actually take into account that Skid Row S&D being out, it doesn't just affect them because they can't play it. It affects them because people can't veto it. which gives a team a free veto on their second best map. Where instead of if their best map was Skid Row and their second best map, I don't know, let's just say it's Karachi, which I think it is. Skid Row goes, so then they lose their best map as well. So then they're just in a little bit of a whirlpool of, S&D. I don't think maps should be getting taken out or replaced. I say we just keep the map pool going up as well.
Yeah,
Because
that's a
maybe-
point that's been made, but people say like, well, if you have 6 maps, it's awkward for the vetoes. You know what I mean? Like you want 5 or 7, stuff like this.
Skid Row also,
I
Skid Row also just played. I mean, I'll be honest. Skid Row played terribly as the S&D map. That's the
yes.
other part about it. It wasn't that like they couldn't be better than anyone else, but the map was definitely the worst S&D map. Personally, I think they should have taken out that Terminal, and then try to introduce Vista and Rio, and then replace them essentially, right? Just kind of swapped in those two. Hopefully, when we get Vista, then we get Terminal out as well. I hope that's like the most ideal.
I don't know if you've seen the new Skid Row spawns for Hardpoint, but fuck me, the map's got worse.
I saw the patch, but it got worse for sure.
Yeah. Oh, it's horrendous. Like,
how do they?
I don't know how much.
How do they do this shit?
Invasion, Subbase, and now Skid Row all messed up.
Well, they added new spawns to stop the weird spawns, but the new spawns suck. There's a lot of spawning out behind people. They've added some new spawns that affect the hills. Some of them, I'd probably say at 10%, probably better. But like, there's new spawns now where like you can spawn at the new hill for no reason, and it happens pretty much all the time. Yeah, I think that hardpoint map's going to play terribly, and the pros don't have to play it this weekend. I'm pretty sure, and probably for the major. So I assume when they come back from the major and play that map, then yeah, that's going to be fun for them, because they don't get to play all the new spawns until after the major. So whatever happens like during the games and online, which is what a lot of people don't understand as well. Like that's why the challenges to say the thingy correlation, the CDL correlation kind of sucks too, because like challenger players get fucked because they have to play the new spawns, and the pros don't realize how bad they are until they spawn in again after the major.
Yeah, pros are playing a different game, but again, I think that also gives the challengers an advantage because they have some time to scrim that, and then once pros, let's say, have to make team changes, it's kind of it gives you another reason why to pick up a good challengers player, because okay, they're good and they're good on the new patch already, so they can teach us a little bit. They can teach us a little bit about the new thing. But speaking on some of these other matches, let's look at actually what matches are coming up this weekend. Especially today, right? Like it is kind of a snooze fest.
Right, these are some heat. Ooh.
Shut up, you sarcastic bastard.
Bro, these are some fire ass matches, bro.
This shit's fire.
Imagine being Puckett today. You got to load up the stream. Gotta be like,
no, not even that. Yeah, Puckett's got to come in. What's going on, guys? Welcome back.
Oh, he's got to bring
final weekend of matches, and we got ourselves a banger. First match on Las Vegas Legion versus Surge. Wow, Ali, tell me what your thoughts on this. Everyone just
they're gonna
like,
break it down as if it's like a real game.
I mean, if we look at Seattle Legion, Gorillas, Thieves, what are our thoughts on these matches actually? Like you know what I'm saying? Like implications. We talked about the implications, the standings. We talked about the boringness. What do we actually think about? Like, let's say predicts. Let's do some predicts.
I mean, I'm just looking at that Thieves Legion series last week, and I'm seeing, okay, Legion didn't have the greatest series out of Nero. I'm expecting a bit of a bounce back from him. I think generally I was more impressed by Thieves in that series than I was disappointed by Legion. So that tells me all I need to know, that I'm going Legion and Thieves today. Don't need to think about it. I do think the first series is kind of interesting. Gorillas versus Thieves as well. Obviously, historically, I think Gorillas are 7-1 against Thieves all time. But I mean, come on, like that team is shocking. Thieves also, they need the points, we need those 10 points.
Yeah.
And Gorillas are already chalked. Like they have nothing to play for, Gorillas, at this point. Like they're already guaranteed losers. So I don't know if that checks the mental a bit.
One thing that I feel like this could happen. I'm not saying it's a guarantee, but more like Gorillas, because there's no pressure anymore of winners, they might come out and just be having fun and shooting, bro. I have this thought that they can come out and actually beat LAT just because there's a lack of pressure now, and they're just going to be playing like fun. And they're going to be good for some reason. Watch.
I spoke about the waking up and falling back asleep because of the matches, and someone just tweeted me that. I put it in the chat. It's actually pretty funny. That was literally me this morning.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't blame you honestly for that one. But like again, people in the chat are saying this. It's a fair point. Like, at least for us on the show, this is kind of good content because whoever loses these series and gets shit on, like it's time to go. Like if you lose one of these series and you drop a 0.7, you're out of the league, Buster. So you know
you're truly the worst of the worst at that point. Purge legacy.
Well, you gotta look at it like this. If Surge win and you know Legion lose, you gotta look at it like fuck, we might be shit.
Yeah.
And then if LAT lose to LAG, you gotta think like fuck, we might be shit. You know, there's no in between. Those are two of the worst teams in the league right now. Are we in? I know the standing wise says otherwise, but are we in agreement that Surge and LAG are probably the worst two teams in the league right now?
LAG is the worst. Surge is the lowest.
Ravens might be up there, bro.
Yeah, I think Ravens are right there too.
Now I will say this: I have Surge winning the first series.
That was interesting. I saw you make that pick 'em, and I was very confused.
I just think that I don't think they're good by no means, but I also think Vegas. I've judging it based on the LAT series. I do feel like they're playing very kill hoary COD right now, and it's no shock that they're doing it on Legion because we all historically know that if you get dropped by Legion, you're probably done. So I think, you know, them playing for some statistics, some kills, you know, I think Surge can definitely capitalize on that.
To be fair, Surge been doing that.
Yeah, but Surge do it in a fucking terrible way where they drop 0.7, so they ain't doing a fucking good job of it, are they? But I'm looking at RCTs versus Attach. Attach is on form right now. RCT's slightly behind.
Also, he's playing a very kill whore type of way right now. It's very interesting.
He is.
He's playing for his stats almost in a way. Like it's kind of weird, but he's playing for his stats in a sense.
I think this whole series is going to be battle of the stats. It's just who wants to get off the head glitch and hop in the fucking hill. And I think, and let me tell you, I think Brezzy is the man for this. I think Brezzy's the guy that's going to do this.
Brezzy did have on that Skid Row versus Rocker, he was shooting. So maybe we see him get a little more comfortable. There's a chance here in this series actually that a big upset happens just because Seattle is literally week to week a different team. Literally week to week, you just don't know what you're gonna get.
That's the reason I chose them, to be honest. I think Legion are after a loss. I knew they were going to lose to LA Thieves just because of how COD works, and obviously it's a big shout from me, big shout. But if it pays off, I look like the fucking man. All right, and listen, knowing my luck, yeah, Surge will win and then LA Thieves will lose. So, we'll take it.
You'll be on, and then you'll catch up with CDL Pal, and then we have to shame CDL Pal for being the worst pick'ems player of all time. So that's what we got there. Saturday,
I'm gonna come back.
You're actually on a massive comeback. No bullshit.
I am. I'm doing
Saturday. We do have another day of. Again, it's a really big weekend for Legion, man. Saturday, you've back-to-backs for them, so they play today and tomorrow. First match both times. They end up playing Carolina. And again, depending on what happens today, they win today, they're secured. Like, they're already pretty much secured, but they win today, they're very secured. They win this next match, then we see them at fourth. And then they could, potentially go ahead of Toronto. So it's a big first match for them. What do we think about Vegas, Carolina? Any predictions here?
Honestly, Clay versus Attach is always interesting. I mean, it's just tough. I don't really know how you call this one. I actually think where Gwyn usually shits on the worst teams, but Vegas are actually kind of good. And you know my thoughts on that AR duo. So,
I know where you're leaning for sure.
I just look at it like I said it to my stream, like when they asked me about it, like Fellow's actually good online. But online, he just doesn't perform online as well as you'd like him to. So, and online is a very huge proportion of games. That's where you get your 10 CDL points that you desperately need every single time. And Fellow online just doesn't cut it sometimes. So, and who does cut it online? Mr. Attach. He's fucking frying right now. So. Yeah. I think he could take Clay 1v2, Clay and Fellow 1v2 right now as we speak.
Oh my god!
Damn.
To be fair, he had like a 1.3 the other day, 1.4.
Yeah.
Fellow on half of that, so it's possible.
I'm gonna also say I think Carolina. This is like my little call out about them that I don't think I've heard many people say, but like Carolina progressively this major have just continued to look worse and worse. They started off the major at least looking decent, like coming out of the major 1 and then into this qualifiers. They actually look like they could make some noise, but as this major 2 has gone on, I don't know if they just haven't been progressing the way the other teams are, but they've been looking just like they're a step behind as time has gone on. So I definitely have Legion taking this and then Carolina dropping down just further into losers. And yeah, I really do think Vegas will end up tied with Toronto in points for Major 2. I truly believe they're going to win both and make it to that point. Then we have an interesting, the big matchup for Rocker and Heretics.
I think they both probably need to 3-0 this. Like, maybe not exactly, but
for Minnesota, Miami.
You want to win comfortably, really, don't you?
Minnesota, I think they can win 3-2 and be fine. Okay. Miami needs to 3-0 to have a chance. So it's very interesting series. Minnesota need to win in order to have a chance at winners, but they have the comfortability to win 3-2 and make winners, but Miami does not.
I mean, we also need to speak about, you know, I keep seeing, and I don't know if I'm just thinking this, but Ravens keep playing Invasion Hardpoint. Am I correct? Like, I keep seeing them play that. They have not won it once this year.
They do like to play that.
They've not won it once this year.
The whole year?
I'm looking on their stats right now, unless Breaking Point has, you know, trolled me. HP win has no number there, and HP loss has 7.
Damn.
So, I mean, they should have been at the major.
Someone can back me up on this, but
there's no number there, bro.
There's no number.
Carolina, surprisingly, this is like not for me looking at stats, but I was actually talking like looking.
That's their most played map as well.
Yeah, they've played it the most. They've lost it 7 in a row. They've not won it once.
Bro, if I'm vetoing, why don't they veto it? What is their veto then?
I mean, Legion will play it against them, 100%. Legion like that shit.
No, I'm just confused though. Like, if you're 0-7, what are you vetoing then? What is your choice then? Why are you not vetoing Invasion? Are you vetoing Rio?
I mean, they seem to veto Terminal, huh? They don't play that shit much.
Well, Terminal's
not in the rotation anymore.
So other teams I know like to veto Subbase against them, but if I'm them, I'm vetoing Invasion 1,000%.
They have played. They have played Invasion 7 times. They've played Karachi 5 times, Rio 3 times, Subbase 4, Skid Row 4 times, and Subbase 6 times.
Yeah, I'm taking out Subbase against them. Karachi or Subbase, but I'm taking out Subbase because Subbase is just a cheese map. I'd rather go heads up with them and try to beat them gun skill wise on Karachi rather than cheese them on Subbase. And then if I'm them, dude, this is criminal. This is criminal choices.
Because I was just looking at their map choices, and they don't particularly have a very good map choice. We talk about. I don't know if Brian Saint's like fucking thinking they're frying in that map or whatever like that, but they have lost it 7 times in a row. They've not won it once. That'd be an audio for me. And then I was looking at their control ace because we always say how bad they are at control. They have lost. Their 50% win record on control.
Shit, that's better than their. I think their S&D split this time. Let me see.
Actually, no, not 50%. Sorry, not 50%. Sorry. They're 9-6. 6-9 in control. Sorry, 6-9. 6 wins, 9 losses.
Oh, okay, not 50%.
It could be worse. They've been.
I missed out.
They're doing some high rises. Yeah, they're 3-3 this stage. But again, they lost the.
Can we just keep it a buck that they're ass? Like, can we just keep it a buck here?
Yeah, they are pretty.
I mean, I've looked at their stats too, and it's pretty bad.
And again, you should mention Brian Saint. Yeah, Brian Saint is not helping this team at all. He couldn't help himself. He couldn't help the previous team. He's not helping the last team either. What are we talking about here?
I didn't say that.
The layup there.
I'm just saying, dude, the veto again. Whether it's Brian or Clay, whoever's doing this, but the vetoes on this team is criminal. For them to play 7 times, let's see Major 2. How many? They've still played Invasion 3 times. This split. What?
Yeah.
Right, Albert Einstein has a quote about that. But
I have nothing to say about this. Carolina deserves to be an 11th.
Do Miami beat Rucker is a question.
Yeah, that's the main thing. I get it. That is the biggest implication for who makes winners. That truly is. It's either Miami or neither of them.
Miami beat Rucker if they give passion like they did in the last game.
Oh, all of a sudden passion COD works, Trey?
No. Actually looking like you want to be there playing.
Honestly, flip a coin for this one.
Okay.
Because like I said, I literally said it in multiple other podcasts that we've been doing, other dope check episodes, whatever you want to call it, that they just look unhappy that they're playing with each other. And in that series, they were smiling, shouting, screaming. You know, it's like we say with Clay. If Clay actually looks like he wants to be there and show his boys some fucking, you know, show the boys some passion instead of moaning when he dies, they'll win some more matches. I'm telling you, it's all about you know, team effort. And if people look like they don't want to be there, then you know it trickles down. It's a trickle down effect to the actual players that are frying. Like Gwyn, for example, that guy looks like he wants to be there, but can't get a fucking win.
I got Miami in 5, no cap.
Bro, you're tripping. That's the problem though. If Miami wins in 5, they don't even make winners. So actually, that's the messed up part. If Miami loses a single map, at that point they're going to be deflated because they lost winners instantly. So
but then also they fuck you guys. Like we're gonna, you know,
if we don't make it, you guys don't either. If I go to hell, I'm dragging you with me, basically.
Yeah, 100%. That's
so. Let me get it straight. If Miami win Game 5, none of them make it.
Neither of them make it. Yeah, neither of them make it.
Oh, I'm being an absolute prick. if it's last map, you ain't going there. I ain't going there. Meet you and losers, buddy.
Yeah,
that's so toxic. Then, I mean, again, realistically, I think this is not cheese. I promise. Rocker, I think, are just much better than Miami. Even if you just watch the matches, how close they are, everything else. I think Minnesota beat Miami comfortably, 3-1 or 3-0, and then it's done. Toronto, LAT. I think we said it was gonna be an interesting series. Obviously, LAT are gonna be playing some real passionate COD in this game, trying to make their way higher into the standings, into the winners. Toronto haven't looked good. Lost their last 2. Are they vulnerable, or is it just map set cheese or something else going on?
Vulnerable. They don't look good in S&D. Really and truthfully, like if we're being honest, they don't really look good in S&D, and that was their bread and butter. They were very good at S&D, and they've just lost 6-1 and 6-0 to OpTic. And then Thieves look very good in S&D. I say very good. Take that with a pinch of salt. They're winning them. All right, okay. It is close, but Afro is actually piecing that. I can see if Ultra win first map and then win the S&D, obviously I think it's 3-0. If LA Thieves lose first map and win the S&D, I can see it going last map. I think we can, because you got to remember Ultra's also not the greatest at control, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they're
that
bad.
was their like
they're actually bad at control.
Mode.
Yeah, so I think if Ultra take the S&D, the second S&D, and obviously we deem them to take first map, I can see it being a 3-0. If Ultra lose the S&D, I've got it going to last map.
That's an interesting take. Yeah, they are.
I think I've got Toronto bringing some confidence. Like, I think Toronto, you lost 2 in a row. You need to come into the major win. There's no way. So I think they come out and they get the job done in 4.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna stand on business here with Toronto, just saying like, yeah, they've been embarrassed for a couple of weeks, and you can't let that happen going into the major. You can't if you lose against LAT. Mental might be chalked going to Miami. Your mental literally might be chalked if you lose against an LAT team that you think is like probably horrible. Sunday though, only one good match.
FaZe Gorillas, no discussion.
Yeah, FaZe Gorillas. FaZe is gonna slam them. They're going 0-7. They're not gonna win. Surge Boston. This is actually an interesting series for Boston because they need to win this series in order to stay in winners, I believe.
They played at the major, right? Or was it in the... No, they played at the major. Surge knocked them out of the major round 1 slash with a crazy series, and they lost game 5.
Yeah.
That was obviously with Illy.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It kind of depends a little bit, because it's possible that Boston could still lose this and go through, right? Like, if Miami and Rocket knock each other out, Gorillas are already gone. And it kind of depends... Like, if Surge
Seattle,
also lose, then probably...
If Seattle win today, they'll beat Boston.
If Seattle win today and beat Boston, then they're in winners.
To win,
then they're in winners.
I'm just saying in general, in this series, if Seattle win today, if they beat Vegas, which is still a hard task, then I think they'll beat Boston too.
I think I actually agree with that.
Yeah. I
think they might actually get some confidence from a win. But if they lose, and just chalk them up. Double rounded, whatever we want to call it. It's
just crazy how close this entire thing is. How each win this week. That's the thing with this weekend. Like, the matches itself aren't good, but the implications of every match are very important. Literally every match is important. Every single one besides Atlanta Gorillas. That's the only match that's literally a full throwaway that like it genuinely doesn't matter. Toronto LAT is probably right under that, but every other match actually 100% affects the standings within Major 2 winners bracket versus losers bracket. So it's really important. And then to close out, we have one of the, I think this is the biggest, like no one could have wrote this better, right? It's the banger of bangers. The 2 undefeated teams are fighting for first place at the Major. Guys, NYSL versus OpTic Texas.
I have OpTic taking it.
Even without scrimming for the week that we just learned because of our intel, our dope check intel squad.
They've been scrimming. Unless he's fucking lost a leg or an arm, mate. They've been scrimming.
Chat, OpTic NYSL, by the way. OpTic NYSL. Continue.
No, there's no way they're coming up to an event that's literally like next weekend, and they wouldn't scrim for the week if he's got like a cold or flu. If it's something serious, then yeah, obviously. But if it's like a cold or flu, you're still scrimming. You know, play a scrim with COVID or something like that, and they've definitely been scrimming. I promise you, they've been scrimming, unless he's lost an eyeball or something like that. something drastic, but I'm pretty sure he's been scrimming. The only reason I got OpTic is purely because of the run they're on right now, and Shotzi's just been Shotzi, been absolutely frying, and I think he is a difference maker for this team. So if he's frying, I guarantee they win. It's also gonna be interesting, you know, obviously that controversy with Sib and whatever like that. It's actually really interesting, like how he takes that as well into a game. Because
I need a Sib interview, bro.
Oh Jesus Christ!
No, there's no way.
They're not gonna send him for that interview. No.
They might take Sib out of the conversation for a while. You know, you just
let it simmer down. Just let it simmer down. Yeah. Let it rock for a bit, and then we'll catch you maybe fry at the Major maybe, and then you could go up maybe.
We'll catch you at Champs, buddy. We'll catch you at Champs.
Yeah, I feel like that might be the best thing to do, honestly. Like I don't know. That it's gonna be a great matchup. In my opinion, I actually think NYSL take this. I think NYSL take it, and you're gonna see a Hydra masterclass just because it's online COD and they're gonna be just going crazy. Also, let me make sure we open this up. 1 second.
New York Onliners confirmed by Ace.
New York Onliners. I got them taking it as well. I think that OpTic have clearly made some improvements, but I don't think they beat Toronto in the way that they do if Toronto don't just give them the maps they want.
Now I have a quick question.
Going to give them Karachi Search.
I have a quick question just before we, finish up before the matches start.
Yeah.
New York at the Major, if they lose horrendously again after going 6-1, 7-0.
Onliners, bro.
You gotta think, right?
At that point,
you gotta think.
If you get slammed at the, are you saying like they go like top 12 again?
Anything other than the finals is disappointing from after this, isn't it?
No.
If we're being honest.
No. I think they would accept the top 3. I think so.
Nobody accepts the top 3.
No, not accepted like, yeah, let's go. We're getting top 3.
Imagine
not like that.
If they get 7-0 and finish top 3, that's a disappointment.
If they just
I think they will at least want to make the finals in New York.
After beating FaZe and OpTic, if you ain't in the final after a 7-0, like
then you're just an onliner at that point.
You might have to bring Priest back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
No, that would be, dude. I'm just saying, how wild would roster again? Rab would be foaming at the mouth for this, but if Dante got dropped, Sib got dropped, dude, roster mania would go crazy for a bit. We'd have like the trickle down effect happening to a crazy degrey. So that'd be exciting.
We'd have to host multiple dope checks over the week.
Yeah,
we might be pushing 6 hours.
Hey, we split them up, man. We do one day instead of the free show. We're just filming an actual dope check episode. It would go hard, honestly.
We'll have to do a week straight of just streaming.
I will say this though. We didn't cover this, but I mean I want to just cause. But Real posted a picture of a Miami Heretics jersey with Real on it. We speculated that Real, or I said and we speculated that Real should come on the starting roster because he's a better player than some of those guys that are there, and some people are underperforming currently. He also put eyes and soon. Do we see Real on the Miami Heretics post Major 2?
If he gets a fucking visa, yeah.
100% he'll be on the team, I think, if they get his visa.
like I said, the reason he left was because like everyone was like, oh, he's not going to join the starting roster. Not going to join the starting roster. That's because he doesn't have a visa yet.
Yeah.
And I think when we saw that Ace, everyone was like, oh yeah, he's not going to join the starting roster. But we know he's going to join the starting roster when he gets a visa.
Yeah,
like
really
when he gets his visa, he's guaranteed in. And I don't know who for, because it's Vamonos COD. They all play the same, so you could change him for anyone. It'd be fine.
I think Real will actually bring a good
good Vamonos.
You're stupid, bro. I think he'll bring a good vibe and a different play style. Again, I think there's a reason. I always say this, and I like cheesing it, but I believe in it. There's a reason why Clay would pick him up and think he's good, rather than some Heretics team picking him up or him playing in challengers. Clay saw something in the kid. Clearly, he's doing something, and he probably knows how to play some NA COD as well, because he played a little bit with Ravens and scrimmed with them and stuff. Hopefully, he brings a little bit of that mentality and thought and gameplay and style over to the Euros, the Heretics team. That would be ideal. But at the same time, he's outclassed, or no, excuse me, outnumbered. He has all the rest of the team is all Spanish. His coach is Spanish, so it might just turn into straight Vamonos COD again and again and again and again. It might just, it might be like that just again. But it's interesting though. I think it was also very. I'm shocked that Miami, or maybe they like let him tweet this in a way, because if I'm a player on Miami right now, wouldn't that be weird if the guy who just got shipped over is tweeting a picture of his jersey with coming soon, basically?
Pressure's on, baby.
Yeah, it's like when Matty kept coming around the house watching VODs, I was like, oh, something's going to happen. I know something's going to fucking happen.
Yeah.
Could be for me, it could be for Paul. We might be fucked.
It's like, it's worrisome. I feel like that's a lot of pressure to put on the Miami guys, but they are underperforming. So, I mean, hopefully Rocker slam them today, so we see Real come in and get a real shot at playing in the CDL and see what he actually can do.
And then he smokes Clay.
Dude, that would actually be a crazy.
That'll be a timeline.
Yeah, turn of events and something to talk about in the next couple Dope Check episodes. But guys, it is now 2 p.m., 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. on the West Coast. Wherever you are, the matches are indeed starting now. So head over to the CDL. We appreciate you guys for joining us for the Dope Check pre-show. Monday, 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. PST. Dope Check episode 12. We will be covering the Dante Sib tweet. We will be addressing the topic and all the matches, all the implications. This will be the Dope Check before the Miami Major, so you do not want to miss it. We will catch you guys live on Monday. Thank you for joining us. Have a good day, and hopefully these matches are great. So see you guys later. Talk to you soon.